Okay. I don't know where to start. That's why I paused. I think that this year is officially the worst car we've taken on. And why I say the worst car, I don't mind dealing with crap. But what I can't handle is stuff that has deliberately been covered up. So for those that don't know, right, and I'm gonna overlay the video for you. This here is a white 325iS Evo 2. So this car got delivered to my house. I still had a video of it. It was a late delivery, 10 o'clock at night delivery from one of my good customers. Is a customer that's actually become a friend, even a brother, if I can call it that. And it's this guy got sold on to another friend who has become a brother. Okay, let me get into it. Let me start it, because you can really see it's freaking frustrating, and I wish, I'm biting my tongue not to swear in the video. Okay, so Evo 2 ZN, that was the number plate on this car, right? This car was a complete car. I could start it, I could pull it out. Yes, it was very rough, but I could start it, pull it out, and it was so-called driving and rebuilt and restored. Bullshit. It's as simple as that is bullshit. And it's not me being funny or me calling people out or anything of the sort. There's nothing malicious intended onto it. I'm just calling bullshit. I'm calling a spade a spade. So when we got the car in, I stripped the car, and then we started finding out all the issues on the firewall, etc., etc., etc. The right way to do it was pull off the arches, pull off your inner arches, pull off your firewall, pull everything off correctly, get to the seams, and start. I knew that there was a huge issue on this side here, as you can see over here, right? There was a huge issue over here. I could physically see this here when the car was blasted with the panels on. So as we started pulling the panels off, that's when we're starting to dig in, and it's actually taking us about 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks just to pull the panels off this car, because we tried to pull it off by the seams, but we can't even get to the seams because we're finding another panel like this here, another panel on welded over it. You got your seams on the inside, and then you got another panel at the bottom of it. So, and this is why I stopped them now and I paused it, because I want to do the video now. I want to show you guys the shittery that's going on in here. And there's no other word for it. You can't go and get rust on a car, put a panel at the bottom, put a panel on, so it's rust on the floor. You put a panel at the bottom to cover it up, and then you put another panel on top, and you just sandwich everything in. So this car started eating basically all the way through. That's the reality of it. Solution to it. So I know that we need arches. I've got to move the shock tower over, right? Unfortunately, but it's not a cut and joint. It's not going to be a cut and joint, because I'm taking it off by the seams. I actually got myself worked up. So we're taking the car off by the seams. We took off the front, and we came into this area. So this area you can see is rusted, right? It hasn't been covered up so much on this side here. This is the rust that we're going to get to, and I understand this area. I understand we've got a solution of how we're going to tackle this area here. I'm not building it up in a plate form, so I'm not putting a plate in here and a plate in here and a plate in here, like how a lot of the other guys do rust repairs. Not to say that's wrong, you can do that, but this guy is so far gone that you can't do it. I've got to remove literally panel by panel, and we got to start building this car up basically from the back half of the car and building our way forward. So complete floorboards, right? Let me take the camera off. Let me take it off the pod so you can understand why I'm saying complete floorboards, complete inners. The outers I haven't even paint stripped as yet, right? I left it as this here, but I guarantee you that we're gonna find crap. Complete outers, move forward. into 2 minutes. So complete outers. The back of the car looks okay. The back of the car actually looks okay-ish. Actually looks okay-ish. The issue is all in the front. Okay, so we've got this here completely rotten, right? But this here is built up into a number of panels. You've got your outer wiper panel, and then you've got your inner dash panel, right? And then you've got your battery tray that will come out separately, and then you've got another panel at the bottom. So we're removing each panel separately. I've got a carcass already for the car, and then we're going over to the firewall. So your firewall ends from about here, starts from here, and ends till where it's cut off here, till where it's loose here, right? Same. So this here's one panel that will be put in, but we have to remove basically everything from this car. And I'm sure we're gonna start off by the A post, and we're gonna remove all the way until here. So what I'm saying about the floor and why I'm swearing and performing and carrying on. Okay, rust is rust, that's one thing, right? Don't worry about the color of the rust that I'm showing you. This is because of the heat of the blowtorch as well, that's speeding up our the flashing. But I'm not too worried about it because these panels are coming out. But look at this here. This is the issues. Right, the chassis legs are totally short from this car. I think they even packed it away. I don't even want to show you guys that. Okay, this is the original floorboard here. Here's a panel put in here. There's another panel put in at the bottom there. This is what you guys would have seen. This is how far gone it is. So we made a decision, instead of trying to save this floor here, pull this whole floor out, because this floor is a butcher. Right, pull the whole floor out. Change these panels here. These are the inners I was talking about. Change both of them with a new floor, new panels on that side there. I'm going to see if we're able to use the outer cells. When we change this inner over here, we're going to change over this panel here and your inner A panel on that side there. You guys let me know if I overreacted. But I apologize for swearing online. But let me know if I overreacted. Let me know on your thoughts on it. I don't think I did. I think it's just very frustrating. It's not about the work that I have to do on it. It's the fact that... Okay. So, I'm contemplating if I... at this point where I'm standing now, I'm contemplating if I should have put that video up or not. But I think I'm going to leave it as that. I apologize if people took offense to it. But... so we've calmed down. It's like a week later. And I've calmed down. So, I've had to cut the video up, right? Because by the time I ended, the firewall section was on and the floor was still on. I've chose to cut the video in certain sections and follow through now, just of how far we are. Because we can actually now see the extent of the work that's going to be involved. And it's... as much as I can shout and perform and swear and carry on when I see work like this here, but then it makes me realize that this is why we are here and this is what I'm trying to do, right? A lot of people will come and say, Sanjay, especially on the Evo 2, the Polaris Silver, a lot of people walked into the shop and said, Sanjay, why don't you bloody rebody the car? First reason, right, is that I don't believe that that is a restoration. Because then any Tom, Dick and Harry can do that, number one. Number two, even if we try to do that, it's illegal, right? As much as we try and justify it. So it's the same thing on the 333. I've got to go through the legal battles of it to make a person understand that this is what we are trying to do. And I'm still trying to find out the legalities, and that's why I've stopped on the 333. But we will get it right until I can push it out. But I'm also going to try and do it the right way. I'm not just going to do it for the sake of doing it because it's available and we can do it. And number three, there is no two-door plastic shells available, right? And if you find them in the same conditions. I bought one shell as a donor car to this year, and when we started blasting through, I found very similar, not as bad, but very similar issues with it, and on the firewall side again. So I would rather go this route because it this here means something to somebody afterwards, because they understand the extent that this guy has gone through basically to get it up to a show level, or back to an original level, or back to a level where you can compete with other cars. And I really find that, as much as it's frustrating, it's hard work, but I really find it rewarding in the sense that we're able to bring back this legacy, right? So a lot of people will say, yeah, there's so many, there were, I don't know what's the number, I think it's 1,500, I don't know, on the ISs. I can't remember what the number is. But for example, there were 1,500 ISs produced by BMW, but now there's like 2,500. Now there's a lot of guys catching on to crap or building replicas or whatever it is they're doing. We're not trying to do that. I'm just trying to bring them back to life. Let's come back to it here quickly. So we've pulled the whole front off, like you guys seen in the previous video. Now we've gone as far as pulling the firewall off and the inner dashboard area. I haven't braced the area as yet, and I should have. And I must have. But it's fine. I can still get my measurements, my cross measurements. I'm not too worried about it flexing, because we've still got quite a bit of structure. The back is the main structure of it, right? The front does pull in a bit. It is going to pull in, but I've still got some support. But I will get measurements out again to it. It just means more work later. But going through all of these cars, yeah, I think I'm allowed to make a couple of mistakes. So pulled it out, pulled the whole floor out completely. So if you guys can see there where the spot welds are, that's where we pulled out, and it has been repaired there before. So we've got to come, like we done on the silver car, is rebuild that area up again. But what we are choosing to do now is that we are removing the complete sill. So I'm removing the inside, I don't know what panel is this called. I'm calling it the inner A pillar, right? That's my terminology. I don't think anybody's got this. So removing the inners, basically, definitely the outers. We're going to maintain for now until we find further. We're maintaining the A pillars, and I'd like to maintain the structure so I can get a reference to work with. And we're removing the complete inner floorboard, basically, because it's got rust, it's got repairs, and it's just not as strong enough as it should be to accommodate the new floor that's going to come in. So unfortunately, that is not available new. Fabricating that is almost, if you look at the time that we're going to spend on it as to the money involved, it just doesn't make sense. So I found a donor car where the donor car is actually very good, and we're pulling those pieces off, but it still is time consuming, because you've got to take it off. You've got to be so critical when you take it off, right? That you don't damage it, you don't bend it, you don't distort the panels. So we're pulling that off now, and we're spending about 3 weeks in stripping the donor car, right? And I'll still get to the donor car with you guys. And then it's again like with the Polaris Silver car, is stripping every panel, not fabricating, but basically rebuilding the panel up, getting them sealed properly so we can protect them further, and then starting to put the puzzle together. It's a lot of work, but I really think I'm going to enjoy freaking test driving this car. The Polaris Silver car and this car, I'm going to enjoy, because I know what went through it and what we had to do to get it to the spec that we would like to get it to. So again, I'm going to apologize on video. I do apologize for how I spoke earlier, but that was in the moment of things. I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not going to redo the video. I do apologize for how I spoke, but I don't apologize for why I spoke the way I did, right? So you guys let me know if I overreacted, and let's see how that's coming out. On the Polaris Silver car, I'm going to be doing an update very soon. I got to reseal some of the panels that were welded on now, and that's part of the process, but at least we got the car lined up. So I will do a video very soon on the car, but we got the tailgate lined up, back fenders lined up, side windows in, back windows in, boot lit in. I put the back bumper on, put the side kit on, so I'm getting goosebumps about it, because it's coming along, and it's looking like a car, right? And then we're getting to the roof area. So, but I think we got the headache work dialed in, and we got it in. We got everything on nicely, but there was a couple of gaps that we battled with on the back, right inside of the car, and we battled to get it lined up. So we got it dialed in quite a bit, but we had to take everything basically off again. Guy standing here behind me. I'll picture it in. We had to take everything back off again, get everything sealed up, and now start welding everything on. So I didn't even realize how much of work I'm going through on that. But then, again, what will carry us and always push us to do this is that we want to see these guys done. The reward afterwards, right, is, when I say reward, I mean the feeling you get afterwards is just something else. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Let me not take up too much of your time. Let me know what you think, and I will update you guys soon on this one. Yeah, cheers, guys.